Okay, we're going to start a new project today, and that project's going to be the bed project. But first of all, I want to talk a little about where to find inspiration, where to find ideas. Obviously, a bed is something that very varied. There's very many types, and before you start modeling, you want a clear idea of what direction you want to go. You know, what are you trying to create? What style? Um, where's it gonna fit? You know, what style of house or, or furniture are you going to build? One of the places I go, if I go to Google here, my browser, and I type in Houzz, Houzz, or ZZ for our colonial cousins, houzz.com. Okay, this is a website that is all about furniture and decorating ideas. Okay, so the first bit that comes up is it says, tell us what you'd like. Okay, so you can scroll through this, get different kind of ideas. For example, contemporary, traditional, eclectic, rustic, Scandinavian, world, shabby chic, whatever. Another section is actually looking at decorating styles of certain parts, and then locations. Just because I happen to be in Ireland, let's see what my posh neighbours down in Dublin are kind of doing. All right, so it's going to give you loads and loads of kind of pictures and ideas and companies, even designers and so on, of all kinds of furniture. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up to the top here, and what I'm going to look at is either photos or products. I think products, and because we're doing a bed, that's the project. I'm going to go to bedroom, beds and headboards. So I can look at metal frame beds, beds or headboards, bed accessories. Well, let's have a look at beds. Okay, there's all different styles of beds. Day beds, divan beds, sleigh beds, panel beds, bunk beds. Let's go with panel beds. And then suddenly I've got all of these different pictures and ideas of things that I can do, or beds that I can make, or would want to make. Um, Absolutely pages and pages. So I'm just going to find something that catches my eye that I would like to make. Um, I'll just scroll through. Something like that would be very, very ambitious, but somebody wanted to. Now, when you're doing this project, I want you to choose your own bed, not whatever I choose, and then just use the methods that I show and adapt it to your own bed, to your own style. Nobody learns anything by just copying like a paint by numbers tutorial. You really want to extract the information out and make it your own. Make the project your own. Let's see now. Like furniture shopping, really, isn't it? Page. Everyone's probably shouting at me, that one, that one, I want to do that one. Um, like I said, it's really just finding, a matter of finding something that you want to make. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Alright, so we've got some pictures here. Well, what I could do here is a screen grab. And I could save that. There we go. And I'll save that as one. Atelier bed. Okay, then we can go back into Blender. Okay, so back in Blender, I'm just going to select all and delete these. Let's see if we've got some screencast keys going. Not on this Blender. Or 1 second, because I was using different versions. Okay, that's better. I've reset my Blender back to the old Blender. Or, not the old, but my old setup. Okay, so what I can do is I can drag this image into the 3D screen. So I've got a visual reference. Okay, it's off kilter, so I should probably delete that. And set my screen to the front orthographic and do that again. There we go. So let me grab that under Y, GY, move this back there. I could probably scale it up a bit so I've got a clearer picture of what I'm trying to build. Alright, so we need to decide some dimensions on this bed, and beds generally don't come in kind of standard sizes. You get standard mattress sizes, but you don't get bed heights and height from the ground and that kind of thing. So we're going to assume this is like a king size mattress. So I'm just going to do a quick Google search. Let's go for king size mattress size or dimensions. Okay. King size mattresses are 76 inches wide by 8 inches long. Right, so what's that in meters? Well, let's go to a calculator. 76 times, and it's 25.4 millimeters to an inch. So about 1.9 meters. And 80, was it 80? Yep. Times 25.4 by 2.03. We'll call that 2 meters, so 1.9 by 2 meters. Doesn't quite sound right. Let's have a look at this picture. .78 by 70. See, we're getting different dimensions. Let's go with this, what they call a 6 foot king, which is 180 by 2 meters. Alright, so I'm ready to add a cube. Shift A, let's add a mesh cube. Let's turn on some screencast keys here. Okay, and let's go to select this, any item, and let's make it dimensions. Let's make the X 1.8 meters and the Y is 2 meters, and let's scale it on the Z axis, so SZ, to get it to a more kind of mattress thickness. There we go. Scale this down actually. GY. So we've got our mattress here. It's probably still too deep, so SZ, bring it down to more of a mattress size. Alright, so we're going to have to make a lot of assumptions about this bed. We're not making it exactly, we're just kind of making a rough copy of it, shall we say. Not even a rough, but you know, a stylistic copy of it. Alright, so under the mattress we usually have about the same area for I believe the Americans call it the box springs, we would call it the base. But we've already got this mattress and they're roughly the same size. So let's duplicate this with Shift D on the Z axis. Let's just bring it down a little. Somewhere about there. Okay. So we've kind of got this shape here. Alright. In each corner is on this particular bed, a bed post. And once again, I'm going to have to make some guesstimations about the size of this. So, let's Shift A, let's add another mesh cube. Let's scale it on everything except the Z. So S, Shift and Z or Z. So the Z dimension remains the same. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Let's go to top view. Let's go to an X-ray so we can see it. Let's grab it and move it over to the corner of the bed. And let's go back to a solid view. Okay. Let's go to front view. We want this a lot shorter. SZ or Z. Scale it down. Let's grab it on the Z and move it down. So it's more kind of like that. Now don't worry about the fine details yet. You know, like these knobs and the little turnings on the legs. All we're interested in doing is blocking this shape out. Okay, so we've got that one. And you can see I'm always kind of looking around and looking at dimensions. This can get confusing. The bed mattress this side is fairly square. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my 3D cursor down to here. And I'm going to add some text. Shift A. Text. I'm going to edit the text. Let's call that bottom. Back into object mode. This is only temporary. So let's GX justice. And the reason I put that there is as I'm doing this preliminary work, I know which end of the bed is the bottom of the bed and which is the top. Okay. So we're going to need more posts at the back, which are going to be quite a bit higher. Looking at this, it's going to be about double the height. So, let's come back to this. Let me select this. My height, let's look at the dimensions I put on this. 145, 145. Let's round this up to 1 meter. 0.145, let's call it 0.15 by 0.15. Okay, because if somebody's making this bed, they're probably making it to more kind of grid-like dimensions. They're going to cut it at 0.15 rather than 0.145. Okay, so I can duplicate this and bring it along on the y-axis. So Shift D, Y. Let's kind of place it there. Okay, I can make the Z dimension 2 meters because we decided that it should be about twice as big. Let's go into a side view like that, and I can grab it on the Z and kind of place it like that. Okay, so we've got a front and a back post.